All right, folks, let's do some chatting. Now, the talk of YouTube is curses women. Alarming. Let me lay back here. Jealous women curses. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's the big talk right now on YouTube, right? And you got to be careful because if the devil is real, you might be sleeping with your own family. Or they might be trying to marry you to a family member or something. It's a curse, right? Some are saying Jonestown, whatever it is. Some are saying it's a church cult or whatever, succubus. Maybe. A witch, yeah. Yeah. So I got rid of all my mods. I got no more mods. Except for one. And what's your opinion on that? Well, some say in the Illuminati that they try and set you up with your own family to sleep with them so they can curse you or whatever. Right? Some say they've slept with their own mothers, their own fathers, whatever, their soul. So is that what we're experiencing in our society with this Illuminati crap? Maybe. Yeah. Does make sense. There's numerous movies on it. There's numerous documentaries on it where they make you believe that you're going to hell or you sold your soul to the devil or whatever, right? Almost like what Kanye's going through. So they block us, we block them. It goes back and forth. Everyone's left my channel unsubbed. I unmodded everybody. I'm starting a new channel, shutting this one down. Possibly. I'm not sure yet. The key thing is computer with antivirus, a good antivirus, and unhackable. An unhackable internet system would be incredible. A trollless internet would be great. And don't stop fighting, folks. Like I said, our country is being invaded. There are a lot of people that are very angry. I understand. I'm standing with you. You're very angry. what these people did. I know that. A lot of people know that. Believe me, I can feel their anger. I can feel their sickness and madness, and I can feel it. It's almost like trespassing on me. And I don't blame you one bit, right? These people are vile, disgusting people, liars, right? They're the ones that make you think they like you, but they don't. It's just like a setup of a lot of people been taken, a lot of people been bitten by these vampires, right? They've been Mansonized. Uh, their God they're following ain't the real God, and I understand, folks. You want justice. We all do. No one wants to wait for God. I know that. They want to do it themselves. America's caused a big problem, and this whole thing caused a big problem. So the whole thing has caused a big problem, and it's gotten so far out of control because they didn't want to bring in crowd control that it's out of control. Now, it is true what some say. Our Aquanet is huge, right? America. I hear a lot of people talking about that for water and stuff like that. But what they're not telling you, folks, is that water, most of it, is bad, contaminated. Not good with all the volcanoes and activity that's been going on. It's not clean water. With all the pollution from the uh, factories and people polluting, it's not the cleanest water. Yeah, there's a lot of it, but it ain't clean. It ain't treated. You couldn't treat it fast enough. So there's a lot of problems America's running into, and yeah, the other one is the devil. These people putting curses on us, and they're the ones that tell you to behave, and you're the bad one. And how could you say that? How could you do that? No, it's pretty easy when the whole thing was a lie anyways. There was no friendship. There was nothing. It was all a plan or conspiracy. And now these people came in, the Trojan horse, and dumped their sickness. So now these people are pissed because we're getting rid of their channels and sending all this sickness and madness back to them. If they don't take it, bad things happen. Right? And that's what happens in the business, right? It's a very corrupt and evil business. But Trump will tell you that. These are very evil people. So many people will tell you that. Gangs, they'll kill you in a heartbeat to keep their fame going or whatever. Extortion and all kinds of stuff. So I'm glad I lost a lot of them people. I really am. I'm not afraid of their gangs or their pimps or whoever the heck they are, or whatever the heck they are. But I'm glad I lost a lot of people. And there's nothing you could do about it, right? They're evil people. Illuminati's or whatever. You think you're sleeping with somebody, but really it's your grandma's soul or something. Yeah, very evil stuff. And they just didn't make the right calls. They don't want to admit it, right? They killed a lot of people, a lot of innocent people, they judged a lot of people. We all been judged. We all been attacked, killed, poisoned, giving other people sicknesses and cancers and stuff. So a lot of people are turning away from it. And I don't blame them. And they're taking things into their own hands and attacking churches and religions and people from other countries. And I don't. It's crazy, right? The whole voodoo thing, the witchery, the sorcery, all the crap finally has kicked in. And little by little, each day, they're poisoning all of the United States. Infecting our brains with it. You know? So keep fighting the good fight and get rid of these witches and demons. And lock down America, man. These people are just, they're screaming to get attacked. I think they're leaving the borders closed because they're trying to bring in people. Maybe a cartel they hired, maybe the government. You know, there's a lot of talk about stuff. A lot of talk about it. A lot of people are happy that some of us are being attacked. You know, they love that. Well, forgive them, Lord, because they know not what they've done. And some of them, I think, will be killed, and it's sad, but I think the Lord is proving a point to these people. Don't be doing this witchery, sorcery stuff or whatever, or giving people cancer and stuff. You know? It's like they're taking demons and using them against people or witchery or something, alchemy. I don't know. I've been attacked all week. Well, all year I've been under attack by it. On top of that, our own sicknesses or diseases or mental illness or whatever people have, right? And all these diseases were created by these higher echelons, just about, and used as weapons. They said they were saving people, but folks, they really were not saving people. They were killing them. Stealing from them. So out west is going to have a problem here pretty soon. It's going to be running out of water. Are they going to be able to sustain water? No. For one, there's a lot of rainwater running off, and they're not catching enough of it. And the main problem is they can't treat it. They can't treat it fast enough. They can't make clean water fast enough. And that is the problem out west. And we don't want it out here in the central United States. And they better come up with a way to start producing water. We already got it figured out how to do this. But that's going to be put on the shelf. Patent will be put on the shelf. But we'll have it on backup in case we need it out here. But stay away from our Great Lakes. We ain't got enough water for you people. They should have thought about that out west. Eventually it'll all dry up. Well, it's all volcanic ground. Anything that's out there is going to start evaporating real quick. So we gotta do something quick. We got to cut off that half, start planting. We're gonna have to do something quick with salt water. I don't know if salt water will work for them out there, but just continue with the evaporation. Start getting them water machines fired up out here. I consider the West to now be like an Egypt. The waters will dry, the ground will shake, and the water will turn to blood. And it will turn to blood color, but it'll only be because of the iron that's being pumped out of the ground with volcano activity and everything and minerals. So yeah, I would say it's a good idea to do something. And you could see the cutoff. You can see the greenage from the satellite photos where it ends and where our foldage starts. So we got to keep this snow belt up here up north, and we got to keep this water flowing. But this could, well, some say this is warfare. The Lord is finally drying up it's become like the pharaohs out west, right? They all think they're under the sun. Maybe they worship the sun or something. I don't know. Knowledge. Knowledge can be good or knowledge can be bad. It's all on how you use the knowledge. You use it to preserve life. Then it's good knowledge. If you use it to do nothing but destroy people's lives, then it's bad knowledge. Thank God we got the good knowledge that can create. But I don't give it too much longer, and we're going to have some bad activity out west. A lot of water is going to start drying up pretty fast. And you're going to have a lot on your hands, America. I hope they got disaster teams ready. But you're going to have to protect our good land. That's the thing, government. We're going to have to protect our green foliage. It's drying up, right? It's like the pharaohs out west. It's like Ramsey. They need to start collecting that rainwater better. They need to stop letting it hit the ground and then run off into drainages where it's polluted massively. They need to come up with a different aquanet system to hold this water. So when it falls, it's just clean rainwater. And even though it's rainwater, it's going to have to be treated because with all the chemicals and everything in the atmosphere, even rainwater is really not that clean of water. Mainly, it's acid rain, but a lot of people don't understand. So out west has got a problem. What do you do? Well, there ain't nothing you can do. It's going down the tubes anyways. And we're not going to be able to support a mass movement of population this far because it'll ruin everything. We're killing ourselves. So we're going to have to protect our green foliage and our water ducts up here and water. And we need to clean up the Great Lakes even more. You might have to rely on the Great Lakes for a lot of water. So what do? I don't know. You better come up with a way to start to. For one, you're gonna have to hold off the massive crowds of people coming because once they find out what's going on, and this ain't even the big thing that everyone's talking about. Don't say nothing, and we're not. We're going radio silent on that. But yeah, it's a serious problem. But like I said, this is all the volcanic active land out there. So the land is actually heating up. And with the sun and the atmosphere, it's evaporating. You can't hold it fast enough out there. Serious problem. They can't make purified water fast enough either. I say shut it down while you can and focus on what we can save of our water out here up north and bring in National Guard, set up a line, bring us some CRAM devices, start lining them up. You have to do something, government. Secret's out. And it's not even the big secret. The big secret will bust your balls. So, yeah. Well, hey, this was all in the Bible, folks. Then times, everything happening, everything going downhill. You know, some people screamed out. No one listened. And now it's too late. It is almost like what Musk is saying, Elon. We people really don't read. It's too late. It's it's too late. They could have did something. They should have did something, but it's just too late. And now we're going to have to deal with the crowd control. To keep what fresh water we do have. Hell, I want some battleships up in the Great Lakes for firepower. People are like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm serious. Get on it, government. I want at least 2 battleships." You have to start using your head, government. Either that or you better start making massive Evaporation machines, or not evaporation, vapor machine to put out water particles and collect them. Clean water. It's ugly. I didn't think it was that bad, but it's that bad. I do want to thank some of the scientists out there that said there's no way we can do this 10 years ago. I want to thank them because they were right on. Even if World War III doesn't come, the world is in a very bad situation. But I do think Elon and the rest of the bigwigs, science people, not politicians, science, I think they're right. It's too late. We can see that in the weather pattern. Too much of a fluctuation up and down. This explains why the core must be doing something. I think the inner side of the earth is singing a tune to me. It's sending off a resin sound wave. That ain't good. That would explain the change in the atmosphere so much. So, like I said, World War III is the least of our problems. And that ain't even our big problem. Why do they hide stuff from us? Right? Why do they hide stuff from us? Why didn't they just come out and say, we have this problem. Do you think you could fix it? Well, yeah, we could fix problems if we knew about it 20 years ago. Not when you come to us and you say, can you fix this? How long has this been going on? Oh, it's been going on. Well, see, once you reach a tipping point in things, there's no turning back. You can't change it. All you can do is ride it out and hopefully something good comes out of it. I don't know though. I don't know. They need to start taking. They need to start working on that new machine. And people, don't you worry about our UFOs, okay? You just worry about yourselves. All right? You stop worrying about our technology. You worry about yourselves. So, yeah, what are we going to do? I don't know. Can we fix it? I don't think so. Yeah. You'd have to, I don't know, unless you start pumping water in, or unless they start building massive factories and start converting salt water into fresh. Can it be done? Yes, but now you've given us, you 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 realize the problem, but now you come to the people now and you say, can you fix it? Well, yeah, but it'll take years to build that many water treatment plants to convert salt water to fresh, right? When you should have been working on that in the first place. There's millions of gallons of salt water, right? We would use fraction of that. And they're not collecting rainwater right. They're just letting rainwater run down the aqueduct, the system, right back out into the ocean, and that's all water, fresh water that could be collected and treated very easily, more than water that has been ran down streets and sewers, and they're just not you. They're just, I'm sorry, America, you just ain't smart enough as you thought. No, you got yourselves into a ringer. What do you do about all the water evaporating out west? There's nothing you can do. It's all volcanic land. It's heating up. It's turning everything into the desert. What do you want me to tell you? It's drying everything up. Same thing down there in a lot of areas. It's volcanic, man. Can't you guys tell that? And nothing grows there. It's all sand and mountains, and which are falling right off into the sea. So here's the main thing. We're gonna have to make a stand. We got major bases and everything here, secret bases and all kinds of. We're gonna have to cut everybody off from this area, preserve the water. Well, hey, only the strong survive, man. Sorry, right? Just like you trampled all over people with your mass numbers of gangs and deadly organizations. And I don't know what to tell you. Got to do something. Do I think there's enough time to do it? No. They'd have to change everything up. They'd have to stop all the wars. And these people would have to realize it's just about over for mankind. Not to top it off, that we got to deal with demons, witches, and all kinds of crap. Right? This is just the icing on the cake. This ain't even the big thing. Oh boy. As I sit here right now, I'm under demonic attack. People trespassing on me. Vampires biting me. Right? And then they say, how do you fix this? No, it's pretty easy. But now you put us in a situation where now we're gonna have to deal with crowd control once people start leaving in mass droves from where are we gonna house these people, right? You're running out of lumber, you're running out of everything. Yeah. Big problem. They should have listened. Do I think Elon's kind of right about it? Oh yeah. It's too, we reached that part where we just can't produce stuff fast enough. They just can't do it. And this has been the downfall of America. Can't happen. They're going to have to cut a deal with Putin. They're going to have to work. We're going to have to work together. China's going to be running into trouble. Russia eventually will run into trouble. Use your heads for the better of man, right? What would God do? Well, God would save the world instead of spending all kinds of time on this silly war. And even if we end the war out there, another war will pop up. And we'll be right back into a war, spending money, and not focusing on our problem, the earth. The earth is the main problem. People keep asking, what are these noises? We keep hearing this high humming noise. That's the earth singing out to you, folks. That's the core of the earth. It's singing a tune. And it ain't happy. It's not happy at all. And people think it's a joke. And I'm like, no. Watch some videos. Everyone, what? It's God. It's the heavens. It's the Trump. No. That is a high sound wave. And that's coming from the earth. The core of the earth. Something's out. Something's definitely up. That would explain the little tremors we've been having out here too. All the sinkholes. How much time do we got? I don't know how much time's left. They won't give us a straight answer. They're going to lie about everything. We're hoping that this is just a cycle that goes through. That's what we're hoping. It's just a cycle, and then it'll recycle again and balance out. But I don't think so. I think they finally accomplished what they set out to do: destroy the world. And will you give up with this UFO crap? Will you finally come out and tell them it's our technology? Yeah, it's bad. You ain't going to be able to keep up with it, okay? There's no way a human could do anything like this, okay? Quit lying to the people. It's our technology. Don't push us, or you'll see real ugly stuff. Real crazy stuff that you folks, I hope to God, never see. And come on, man, let's end this dang war. Come on, Lord, snap these people out of it, man. We got to focus on America. What are we going to do if we got shit going bad? Earth splitting open and massive amounts of deadly gas spewing out of the Earth. You know? I don't know. We got to come up with something quick. Real quick. And like I said, we are not equipped for these things. Why? I don't know. They just never thought it would happen. They thought everything will just go on, everything, and the Earth will always be here, and you can't do. Folks, take a look at other planets out there. Are you folks that blind? Are you? You must be. You must be that blind. Yeah, it can happen to the Earth. And yes, we are them. And yes, we have traveled millions and billions and trillions of light years for many years. So get with the crap and wake up. This Earth's in serious trouble. And I'm not talking about wars. I'm talking about the Earth. The atmosphere. That don't look good either. So you folks wonder why people have balloons over all over, testing the air, density of the air, moisture of the air, temperature, wind speeds. We're even testing for chemicals, bios in the air and stuff, high altitude. We've done plenty of movies on them. Everyone thought it was fake. You can tell these people a million times movies are real. We just let you think they're fake. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't come out earlier and explain it, but like they say, they dump this stuff into people's laps and say, what do you think?" Well, I think we're screwed for a while until we come up with a plan. Right? We got to deal with all these demons and everything, and now you're telling me we got problems with the Earth, and this ain't good, and now we can have World War III, and the whole world is having this problem. And what is most scary is the sound waves that the Earth is putting out. That alone can detonate things. The trembling of an earthquake, that alone could set off weapons. They just ain't. They just didn't think. Eisenhower. Boy, when at the end of his life he figured it all out. The creator of the bomb, or one of the people that created it, thought he was creating something to save mankind. But once it actually happened and they figured out that it split atoms, and that alone created nuclear radiation itself. What did he say before he went? He realized that they have become creators of mass destruction and killers of the earth by creating these giant weapons, because he knew what it was doing to the atmosphere. Yeah, it's pretty sad what's going to be going on, but man, they should have. We're all going to die. right? They're just trying to make it easy on you folks. Some will survive longer, but most. Do we have things planned out? Well, somewhat. But folks didn't spend money on UFOs and spaceships. You might have been able to be saved. But our main concern right now is water. We can go without food for a while until we confiscate with that or come up with a solution with that. But we're going to need water. Water's got to be our main thing right now. Without water, dehydrate, and within a matter of time, it's over with. So, government, you best wake up, make peace out there with Ukraine. Oh, see, Ukraine is making this thing. If we don't do this and we don't take out Putin right now, he'll come back and no, no, no. They're trying to create this, right? They're trying to create. Someone get on the bullhorn and you bring old Putin in, and you sit down and you talk with him, Mister Putin. Quit being so stubborn, sir. Same thing. We got to make peace with China. This is a big problem, and China's heading for headaches with their population. That whole country is mainly elders. Same thing with Japan, I think. They're going to be hurting. They're going to need us. We're going to need them. Some of the smartest people are from China and Japan, right? And America's got some smart people too. But they never listen to the smart people here. In other countries, they do. When the scientist in another country says, we got a problem, the politicians over there, they listen. They're listening now because they're saying, well, we got to start populating because our whole generation is there's not too many young people over there. They're mainly all old people. Oh God, what a headache. Am I getting paid for this? No, I'm trying to save the world. You're gonna have to create a giant condenser machine to condense salt. You're gonna have to filter out. We're gonna have to filter out the ocean or something. Salt. They best get on that machine and start pumping water out, treating it, and putting it through all kinds of stuff to take the salt out. Can it be done? Well, yeah, anything can be done with God and with determination. Right? I'd rather spend millions on a machine that takes salt water and turn it into fresh drinking clean water than another 50 trillion on the most deadliest weapon in the world. Or whatever, how much it costed us. Yeah, it don't look good. Don't look good. Elon, well, you build me another ship. I'm going with you. Bring me a. You best put a speedster, roadster, Tesla car in there for me. What do we do? I don't know. It's a matter of time. We got to see where that lava field is. Is the lava on the move? If it's on the move, then we're going to have this problem out here. If we start getting a molten chamber out here, it'll dry up everything. We got to make sure we keep an eye on the. We want to keep that lava out there out west. We don't want it to move up north, and we don't want it to move out east this way, Central America. So we got to keep on. We got to keep see. Is this lava shifting, moving anywhere else? We know we got new land coming up from the east. Right? We got seawater that's sea land that's underneath that's going to be popping up from the east because we're on a big track of moving Earth with all the titanic plates and everything. Man, it's horrible. What do we do? I don't know. It's metal. It's heated metal. Can we drive pylons into the ground and maybe lava a certain way? Because that's all metal and all kinds of crap in it. I wonder if we could divert it using some kind of a magnetic field to get it to flow differently or change direction in the flow. Well, Lord, you can tell them that the world's in trouble, but they won't listen. They think everything's okay. And they think, well, they would tell us, no, no, because chaos, mayhem, right? Which everyone remain calm, right? If we all put our heads together, we can solve these problems. We can solve these problems. I'm thinking right now. Now, we already produce cloud machines, right? We already produce cloud machines that produce rain. Now, a lot of people don't know about them. They think it's a myth, but that is true. We do have these machines that create clouds. Actually, then clouds turn into rain clouds and it rains down. So, what are we doing? How do we do this? We need to produce more of these machines because if the atmosphere changes and starts heating up and it's evaporating the water, then therefore we can pump out more clouds and create more rain to make up for the water that we're evaporating with the. Is it possible we might be able to cool these lava magna tubes and fields? Not completely, but enough to stop a an eruption or at least cool down that part of the country where it's at least cooled down enough where we can sustain water there and it won't evaporate. right? Being that the ground is heating up from the magma and the tubes and all the activity out there, right? Because it's become like Egypt out there. It's all sand, right? It's all sand out there, right? It's like the Pharaoh's land out there. It's all sand. It's all magma, lava. You know, Yellowstone is one of the biggest super volcanoes around. So even though you don't live in Yellowstone, the magma field underneath the ground, the lava tubes are heating up so much. It's heating up a massive part of the ground, enough where nothing will grow and everything evaporates. Very well possible. What do you do? I don't know. This is something they should have been working on 100 years ago. Years ago, they should have been working on this. But just like every other planet out there, once we use up the resource, we're just going to jump to another one. And that's what our plan is. We're out of here. Fire up the rockets, Elon. We're out of here, amigo. We're on our way out of here. It's like Roadhouse. We're out of here, man. Yeah. And that ain't even the big thing where I'm really worried about. Right? Well, a lot of people are worth. Yeah, well, what can you do? We all knew this time would come for some of us, but some of us knew that we're going to be jumping ship. Is there another Earth? Yes, there is. And there's another Earth in the making. It's just filled with a bunch of water. Well, ice. And being that I hold the contract to mainly most of the space out there, well, pretty soon I'm going to be charging you folks to take a ride to Uranus. Our technology has come so far. What you think is a little spider crawling on your wall is a tracking device or a camera or something. You folks see a little net flying around. And it's really a tiny flying net created. Robotics. Well, here's the thing. UN, NATO, and this dang war. Can you do that? And let's get back to saving lives. And we got work to do. We got to shut down America. We got to go through America, get all these sick, whack jobs out of here. They got to clean up YouTube. I mean, this is a lot of work that's got to be done in America, man. Right? You better start growing garlic if you want garlic in America. You better start growing a lot of garlic because most of the garlic that comes into this country is from China. You got to change everything, man. Can it be done? Yeah, it can be done, but not 20 years from now. You got to do it now. You can't wait. The longer you wait, you're just postponing it more. And I'm still thinking it's too late. The atmosphere and the earth, the chorus, singing out of tune, right? Singing out a harmonic tune. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Exactly. That's why China don't have vampire problems. People hate China. Let me tell you why. Because they are producing stuff cheaper than we do, and it's selling. We are not capable of producing things we need to sustain. We don't have the chemicals. It's hazardous to have the chemicals. You can't build fineries fast enough to do this. It would take time. It's not something that would happen overnight. And the longer we are in battle with these countries, it's costing us, it's killing us. Gas prices, food prices, everything's gone up. Soda, eggs, you name it. Everything's gone. We're killing ourselves. You got to put your big egos aside, folks. America and the world, the world itself, is in very dire shape. We got to start making plans to find somewhere to jump. Keep looking, NASA. I know it's out there. We found it. Now we got to get there. Glory be to God. And we'll take God with us. God will be coming to the new earth. And whatever you folks do, don't create a war over there with Saudi or anybody or Iraq or anyone. We're out of there. If anything, we should be trying to work out deals with them or whatever. We're going to need all these people. Just like they need us for protection, we're going to need them for supplies. That's how they pay. That's how they pay some. It ain't worth it, but that's how they pay us. Is with gasoline and other products and materials and stuff. So we're going to have to make peace with these people. We got to have peace on earth now. Not because of any of this devil stuff. You know, if someone comes along and they want peace on earth, it's going to be the devil. Use your heads. The world is singing a tune. Right? Listen to the song. Listen to the vibrations in the earth. They don't want to listen. They're hoping one day it just goes boom. Right? It implodes on itself. First it'll expand. The earth will expand. It'll go, and then it'll suck back in on itself. And it'll be and it'll be all over, folks. Giant explosion. There'll be nothing. Depending on what the core does. What do we do? What do we do? Ride it out like a giant surfboard. I hunker down. I imagine the earthquakes are going to get a lot worse here in the future, and volcano eruptions and acid rain and all kinds of stuff. How do we solve this problem? You end the wars, and all you big leaders come together and you say that we got a problem. But they don't want to acknowledge the problem. They think the earth will just go on and on and on and on. And we keep telling them, yeah, you see them planets out there? At one time, they were like Earth. What are they now? Rocks and dust. Idiots. Some are planets in the making. But they don't see that. They just think the Earth was going to go on forever. It's special. No, there's other planets out there that are like Earth. We just haven't gotten to it yet. How do we get there? It's got to be nuclear. Or hydrogen. It's got to be nuclear. The ship's got to be nuclear. It's got to sustain the power all the time. Or nuclear and solar. I don't know, start working on some hydrogen machines to convert water, make water. I don't know. And then focus on these curses that these people have been doing and the devil and getting rid of the devil. The devil don't want us to survive, folks. He really don't want us to survive. He wants to make us think everything is okay. Everything's fine. If the world blows up tomorrow or the core stops spinning and cools, it's all over with. That'll throw our orbit, that'll throw this planet right into it. Say goodbye to gravity, baby. Say goodbye to gravity. Yeah. Never really thought about it this way, Lord. I always thought, hey, everything will go right. The Lord runs the show. But if you start really getting into the science of things and what really happens and how things function, you can see it don't take a rocket scientist to look. You see all the stuff on YouTube about Saturn and where we went with Rover and all that, It was like an Earth. But what happened? Well, the core went dead. And that led to the magnetic field shutting down. And once the magnetic field shuts down, then we're in deep crap. Because now we got nothing to protect us. So I would suggest working on some kind of a gigantic north-south magnetic field. Can that be done? Yes, Tesla already did that, folks. Yes, we can create a magnetic field that might be able to cover the whole Earth. Now, could we do this, say, up at the North Pole and only keep the North Pole protected? Yes, because there's other planets that have small magnetic fields on them. And conditions are different than other parts of that planet. So would we be able to go ahead and create a magnetic field, a giant magnetic field, much like the core does right now, right? We got the north, south, and it conducts and goes all the way around. We'd have to split the Earth and send magnetic waves that would go to one point and then circle back around to the South Pole. We would have to put giant rods through the Earth so the magnetic force would flow back up through and come out at the north. Unless we could do this all above ground. But with Tesla used the ground as a magnetic electrical field, right? And the device that he made, electricity bolted down to the device and charged the ground. And the ground became electric. So is this stuff we can do? Yeah, well, we probably can, but we got to get working on it. In order to be the greatest, you got to think like the greats. Yeah. And quit worrying about our UFOs. Uh, oh, what a day. It was a peaceful day. Painful day. Hurtful day. Depressing day. From all the intel and everything. All the info. Uh, uh, oh. All right, this has been an hour video. I hope you folks had a great night. And don't worry, we're always thinking. And great minds think alike. Right? People are mad because I want to make movies real. We made these drones, right? We have these drones. They're incredible, right? Some 8 foot, some 15 foot around, right? We got drones from, dang, the 40s, 50s, 60s, right? That were put on the shelf. Well, some were destroyed, but all they were giant uh, jet motored fans that hovered, right? And they were actually remote control when they first were created, right? They were remote control because they didn't want to put a human on them until they seen and tested to make sure that it did its job right, and they worked. But now technology has come so far, we could use these hovering drones that you see and you buy at the store. They're little. I'm talking about the professional big boy, 8 foot around drones that just sit and hover with enough power that they can hold a small minigun or a small caliber, whatever. And they can't be equipped with infrared, oh, motion detection and everything. So we got to start thinking like the rest of some of these other countries are already using this technology and it's paying off, and we're lagging. We need to start using them in America and patrolling our schools, our neighborhoods. Right? And people get pissed. What are you talking about? I'm talking about protecting people, protecting a country, protecting a world, protecting mainly our children and our country, our neighborhoods. Well, what about our freedoms? You can still have your freedoms, right? I'm not taking your freedoms. What I'm doing is I'm protecting my butt, and I'm protecting my country and my law-abiding citizens. And I'm keeping an eye on people and really our children, because if something bad happens, these drones are so fast, can maneuver on a dime, right? Some of these drones are so capable of doing things, not even a dang fighter jet can keep up with them. Why? Because they cannot maneuver. They cannot maneuver. The human body cannot handle that kind of G's. These drones can stop on a dime and within a blink of an eye, oh, you don't even know where it's at. It's that fast. You folks call them UFOs, whatever you want to call them. I don't give a crap. Just stay away from them. Well, I'm getting tired. Now, folks, prepare yourselves. America's got a lot of trouble coming. It's what we do with our troubles and our tribulations. My God, I am. They're just beating on me with hammers. Oh, whatever this thing is in me is just tearing me up. But It's just pain. So, have they come and talked to you yet, Elon? How bad do you think it is? As much as I've watched it talk on YouTube, I take it they were trying to hide these things from us. We probably could have fixed it, but they wanted to play that power game. They wanted to be kings, gods. Well, folks, enjoy your days. Some of us got work to do. Some of us will probably be going underground. Who knows what we're going to do? This is unreal. Just when we thought we were making headway, Lord, you spring this on us. I got to take a break from being one of the chosen ones to try and save the. We got to do something, and we got to do something fast. Yeah, you're right. China don't have that vampire problem. Uh, oh, boy. And they wonder why we can't sleep at night, right? They wonder why America's gone crazy with sleep. Sleep deprived people, they've gone crazy. They can't think. You need some sleep, folks. Don't care what anyone says. If anyone makes fun of you because you sleep, take a nap, whatever. Sleep is good for you. And put down the crack or the meth or whatever and start using your head, folks. The world is in danger. We ain't got much left of the glaciers either, which is all fresh water. How much is left of the fresh water and glaciers? What can we do? I don't know. You might as well start building a plant and start purifying this, melting it down and purifying these glaciers. And then ship the water to America or pipe it in like an oil pipe. Like piping in oil with our oil pipeline. Have to pipe in water. We're going to have to do something. A lot of people out west are going to be running out of clean water, which it really wasn't that clean because it was a bunch of dead bodies and everything in it. So, man, what do you do? I don't know. I got to get some sleep. Is it that bad?
That's pretty bad. And do we have a lot of water here in America? Yes, but it is not clean. It's got parasites, chemicals, all kinds of crap in it. Well, we got tons of water. It's just not clean water. You can't treat it fast enough. Not enough treatment plants. So, yeah, it's become a problem. Good luck. Hopefully, we can come up with some kind of an agreement and bring peace to Russia, Ukraine, and have peace talks with China. This is a problem. These folks don't even realize this. This Earth core if it starts singing out a certain radio frequency, we got problems, folks. Not just with mass weapons going up, but with with equipment, with computers, with our phone. Everything goes the right frequency, the right pitch. It'll take anything up. It'll shake your insides. I remember that microwave gun that they used. Well, was it that microwave gun or was it a sound? No, it was a sound weapon, which is a microwave, but it's a different kind of frequency. I remember that was done in the 40s, I believe, or 50s, and it actually they took like a 300-pound dude that was kind of bigger, and they pointed the weapon at him and turned it on, and it actually rippled his skin like it was even his fat, like he was blowing in the wind. It was unreal. Yeah, if the Earth starts sending out a certain frequency, yeah, it can do a lot of damage. We got a lot of work to do. But of course, you folks don't care about that because all you care about is your money and fame and all kinds of crap. Well, there won't be none of that if we think what's going to happen. You won't be taking it with you. I'll tell you that much. And we need to get off of this dang place here soon if that happens. Right? We are just stargazers, folks. Right? We're travelers. You don't know my kind in your world. Good night. Have a great night. God bless everybody and help. Lord, if you can help with this. How many people are trespassing on me? How many people are cursing me? Good God, these people are unbelievable. I'm doing everything right now not to go nuts myself with all this crap. I don't know, sleep tight, and sleep is good for you folks. Remember that. Love all you folks. Miss all the good times we had, but them days are over now. So we got to concentrate on how do we got to bring peace in Ukraine and Russia. Got to get this done, as Trump had said, right? One of them leaders. And don't be surprised if you see a new leader or someone new running for president that has nothing to do with anything but is going to be appointed by God and America and its allies come first. And the citizens, mainly the citizens and the kids, come first. Now, you folks have a good night. And no, this is not part of my movie. This is me telling you the truth. Quit worrying about our UFOs.
And you best find a way or find the source of that massive sound, which it's our core. And what's the core saying to us? What is the core of the earth saying to us when it puts out that low frequency or high frequency? It's saying something to us. We got to figure out what it's saying. Now, you folks have a good night. God bless. Love everybody. Miss everybody. Uh, and yeah, it's that bad. Have a good night.